Okay. Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing today? This is Yusuf Chowdhury. And you did? Good job, man. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. All right. So, folks, today's subject going to be on anything about WordPress, right? Because it's the last Wednesday of the month, and we usually do this workshop here locally on the subject of WordPress Wednesday. So, you got any question about WordPress, how to use WordPress, how to build it, any challenges within WordPress, do let me know. Let's see who we got here. Who we got here today? Wazifa, are you around? Because I want to show folks how to configure the Google Analytics to the website. So let me know if you are here. Okay, I'm just waiting on Wazifa to come in and let me know, because I want to show you guys how to use Monster Insights and how to configure it with the analytics. So this is a plugin called Monster Insights. It's basically used to be part of the Yoast plugin, but the awesome dude Saeed, the owner of WP Beginner, acquired it. So if you ever want to learn more cool stuff about WordPress, I highly recommend that you all check out WP Beginner, because WP Beginner has tons of awesome content, mostly written for anybody to basically understand. It's so easy to read with a lot of images, with a lot of videos. It's really, really good. I highly recommend that. This should be your go-to website for anything about WordPress, especially for beginners. Just you can see from the title, WP Beginner, right? So check out WP Beginner. So Monster Insight is owned by the same founder of the WP Beginner. Okay, let's see who we got here. Let's see. Now, where is the comment? There we go. All right. Charles, what is the process for designing my own WordPress theme? Okay, Wazifa's right here. The process of designing. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Are you a coder? That's the first question. Do you code? Do you program? If not, there are so many. Well, there are few templates. We call them theme, right? That's more like a drag and drop. For example, Elementor and Divi. And this week, I saw Corey Ashton talking about another new drag and drop type of theme. Well, the design can be a little bit easier for you to do. So Elementor. So Elementor is very popular now. Okay, if you check out Elementor, it's more like a page builder, so like a drag and drop, right? So you can check out, again, if you're a coder, do let me know, because coders and designers are not the same. I have some people that design on like Photoshop, and I have coders or programmers that rebuild it, and I have some that does both. Debbie, what's going on? Thanks for the great information. You're welcome. So Elementor is a premium theme, right? It's more like a drag and drop. So you can basically drag and drop. It's like more like a visual builder. So it's very popular, and I've used with some of my clients as well. Okay, so you can check out Elementor, and you can look at the prices, the resources. Got tons of cool, what do you call it, showcase, and also how to get started. Under the getting started, video tutorial, website tutorial, knowledge base, frequently asked questions, support, and also getting started. So when you go to the getting started, it will basically show you all the step-by-step guide. So here's another thing for those that's sitting at home, want to learn a new skill on website. I recommend that they can pick any of the premium themes like Divi or Elementor, and basically learn how this thing works. So you can go ahead and start building website for your local businesses, right? So Elementor is one of them for like a drag and drop. Another popular one, elegant theme. All right. So elegant theme is another one, but under the elegant theme, there's one elegant theme. Basically, they have multiple premium themes that they sell, but one of the popular one right now is called Divi, right? So Divi, you can basically, it's the same thing. It's a drag and drop, but you can do the work on the front, not just on the back end of the WordPress, because the back end of the WordPress looks like something like this, right? Typically, the back end of the WordPress looks like that, but with Divi, you can log into the back end, but you can view the front end and make the changes from the front. Make sense? Like, so that's the cool thing about, and there's a video right here. You can check it out. All right. So Charles, let me know if that was your question. So because when it comes to design, again, are you a designer, right? Are you into design? Because the whole subject of design, I mean, I have to really bring some designers here to give a talk and answer your question, because it's a completely different niche, different creative mindset when it comes to design. I know a little bit from my designing team what they tell me in terms of like how design should be built and the user experience and the conversions and whatnot. Okay, anyway, so let me go ahead and help Wazifa. She needed help with how to configure her Google Analytics account on her website. Okay, there are several ways. The traditional way is to basically copy the JavaScript code and add it on every single page. But we're going to use a plugin. We're going to use Monster Insight. We're going to use this free plugin. It comes with a paid version, but the free one does the work. So we're going to install this plugin, and I'm going to show you how easily we can connect it to your Google Analytics. Okay. That's good, but I want to develop it from scratch using PHP and HTML. Yeah, I mean, you do if you know PHP, that's it, right? You can definitely build it from scratch. I mean, if you're already a coder, I mean, if you know PHP and HTML, you can definitely build it from scratch as well. In fact, you can grab any of the WordPress templates or the theme, especially the child theme. If you get a child theme, you can basically go on the coding section or download it locally and just build it from scratch. You can definitely do that as well. Okay. So let me show right now how to configure this plugin. Make sure that you have access to the analytics. So Wazifa gave me access to the analytics. And by the way, Wazifa, this is what the confusion was. So when I went to the, let me close this. When I went to the account right here, this is your account, right? So the confusion is when I was looking, the main account wasn't, this one wasn't really configured, right? So this one doesn't give me anything. Like if I go back to quickly, because this incorrect code, the other one has the data, and don't worry, I'm not gonna show the data here, but quickly kind of I want to show you that. See, this is the incorrect account. So I'm just gonna go back and select. For some reason, whoever created your website created a different account, and this is the one that you're looking for, right? So what we're gonna do right now, I gotta make sure that one second, why this is taking me out. So I gotta make sure, let's see. Selected here, selected there, and admin area. Okay. Gotta check the property settings. So this is the one that you're looking for. Yeah, that's the one. So typically, tracking info, your tracking code traditionally, let's see. Here we go. I'm sorry. Here we go. So basically, this is your JavaScript, right? This is the tracking code. So traditionally, you would take this and go on the back end of the website under the header of every page and do it that way. Another way is to use Google Tag Manager. But for your situation, we're going to do something a little bit simple. The first thing is we're going to install this plugin, right? So to do that, I'm going to go to the plugins. So I'm going to go to the plugins right here. Click. Yeah, some of your plugins need some update, but again, you gotta talk to the developer to do a full backup before making any change on the update. So let me go ahead and type Monster Insights. Let's see if it comes up. So let me go ahead and install this. One second, I'm getting messages. At the moment. Okay, Matthew, what's going on, my man? So here we go. Going to click activate. Hopefully, this is not going to break the website. And there you go. Okay. So if you want to learn more, launch the wizard and blah, 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 and whatnot. So let's go ahead and launch the wizard. It's a business website. Continue. Connect to Monster Insights. I'm going to select your account. Okay. Selecting your account. Not again with your security. Shoot. You have this security. I'll try another way. You need to turn off the security stuff. Well, see, if you should have what you call it, Google Apps, and you should get a number on Google on that Google Apps. You should get this number and click tab on it. So once you tap it, it's going to go through. Otherwise, it's not going to go through. And there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. He says like, I just did. All right. So here we go. Now we're going to have to select the right account, right? So typically, since I want to show everybody how to use the analytics, but in reality right now with Wazifa's website, we don't have to set up, but I'm just showing you guys how it's set up because the previous developer, when they built the site for her, that's what they added on the back end, right? So we're not going to move forward because she already has the analytics configured, but at least going to show you guys how it's done. So once you come to this area, then you're going to select the correct information. So in her situation, this was the UA code. Make sense? I'm not going to select it because the because the account already set up. Okay, but I just wanted to show you guys how to use the Search Console. I'm sorry, the Google Analytics and the Monster Insight, and that's how you set it up. She already got it set up, so she doesn't need the plugin. Okay, that was just a demonstration to show you how it's done. But in her situation, she does not even need the Monster Insight. Make sense? But for those that want to learn, Now you know how to configure the Google Analytics using the what you call it, the master insight. Make sense? So that was the what I wanted to show. And by the way, Wazifa, I also noticed that you have Google Search Console, so good job on that. I used the same email account, and I went to the google.com/webmasters, and you do have those two, what do you call it, service, the analytics and the Search Console. Okay. Let's see. Erica, what's going on? It's been a while. How you doing? I know it's been forever. Question. I have tried repeatedly to add a category to my blog YouTube channel. I've played around but can't seem to figure out. Advise. So let's say for the blog, do you have any blog right here? Let me show Erica real quick where to find this. 1 second. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let me pull some information right here. If I'm understanding right, you said you can select the category, or you don't see the option for the category. What you exactly saying? And for Charles, are you still here, Charles? Charles, are you still here? Charles, are you still here? Are you still here? Charles. Yusuf calling Charles. Where did Charles go? Charles, where did you go, man? Where did you go? So because Charles wants to know how to build it from scratch, so there's I got your resource right there. Hopefully it's going to help you. Okay, to basically show you how to build it from scratch. So check it out, man. I sent you the link, Charles, to okay, good. So I tagged you in Facebook. There's a link from Template Toaster. So yeah, the answer is right there. So hopefully that's going to help you, right? This is very good if you're a coder and programmer, and if you build things from scratch. This way, Charles can also replicate and make his own plugins, or even build the whole website in WordPress without even too many plugins. So this is actually very good to build it from scratch. You can have full control, right? So that's awesome, bro. Okay, so going back to Erica. So the question about, let's see. You're most welcome, Charles. So the question is about the category. Explain to me exactly what you're talking about. I'm going to go to this post real quick to show you. Yeah, it's been forever. Okay, oh, sorry. So Erica, if you're still there, let me know. Yusuf calling Erica. Erica. Okay. So are you talking about these categories? Like for example, like let's say if I click on this blog post here for Wazifa, right? So are you talking about that? Because you're saying that to add I kind of went to my blog, YouTube channel. I've played around, but I can't seem to figure out. Okay. So let's say, for example, this is the blog post, and the category section is right here, right? So you can add a new category here, or you can basically go to the post and create another category from here. It looks like Wazifa she doesn't have the classic plugin for the classic editor. I advise you, I don't know, Wazifa, are you comfortable with the Gutenberg? This is called Gutenberg. Or are you comfortable with the old school writing content? If you have a plugin called Classic Editor, it will take you back to the old school way of doing things. But Erica, right here, there's categories. So there's categories on the right hand side within the post itself, Or you can just click categories below the post, and from here you can create certain or several types of categories. Make sense? Old school. So the old school one, because yeah, the Gutenberg, right? So to make the post like the old school, right? All I have to do just go to the plugins and add the classic editor. Hopefully this plugin will not break Wazifa's website. Okay, so here we go, classic editor right here. You're not comfortable with the classic editor, Wazifa, or with the Gutenberg, the new one, right? So if I activate the classic editor, hopefully it's not gonna break the site. Looks like it didn't break the site. Good. Okay, it's always good to put some fear. What did the post go? Okay, let's go to the post right now. This is a blog post, and let's click this blog again. Yeah, Gutenberg. So okay, yeah, Gutenberg. So now there you go. You see that, Wazifa? If I click on visual, yeah, let's see. Click on visual. This thing is just annoying me. This thing here. Go away. Okay. Visual. Look now. Okay, 1 second. You see now? See? Right, the title is out here, Wazifa, and you have this the old school options of giving you some stuff for your content. But guess what? There's another plugin I would like to add, and here's the thing with the plugin, folks. I mean, this is very, very, very important when it comes to plugin. I recommend not more than like 10 or 15 is too much, right? So you do have several plugins here. Some of them are like inactive. Make sure you remove them. Anything that needs to be updated, make sure to talk to your developer. Again, if you want us to help you to do a backup and update without breaking it, we can definitely help you with that. But there's another cool plugin here for people that don't know how to code, like myself, and maybe Erica as well, Wazifa too, right? Except for Charles, he's the dangerous programmer. Okay, so now I'm gonna look for this one cool plugin called Tiny MCE. Let's see if we can find it. Tiny MCE. There you go. So we got this plugin right here. It's called let's see. Charlie, why are you so serious, man?
Bro, I have no idea.
Okay, so we're gonna add this tiny MCE. So once I think I activated it. Did I activate it? Let's see. There you go. It's activated. Okay. Now let's go back to the post again. Let me show you what this plugin did. Okay. Let's talk about. All right. Cool. So let's go back to this plugin right here again. You don't have oh, you have Yoast. Okay. So let's go to this plugin right here, and now let's see how this Tiny MCE, what did it do? What did it do? Oh, look at that, Wazifa. Look at this. You got some, some extra stuff. You got the font size, the style. You got to make all the text, dark and whatnot. So let's go ahead and do a quick, Wazifa, would you like to do, or would you like me to do a, quick on-page SEO on your blog post? What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? So if you want me to optimize this blog post, go ahead and let me know, because you have a good content right here. So let's see. Let's see. The comment section right here. So would you like me to optimize it? Because I can see you have the Yoast plugin. Okay, let's do it. All right. Let's do this. So this is the Yoast plugin already configured, which means every single page on your self-hosted WordPress-based website, and also on your on the blog post, you are the best user. Thank you. You must welcome, America. Let me know if you still have any more questions. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at this content right here first. Let's see. First of all, my recommendation when it comes to the font size, keep it to 14 to 18, not 11. 11 is too small. Okay, 11 is too small. So make it larger. Oh, what is this? Okay, here we go. Font size. What is this? This is weird. What I'm clicking at? Okay. There's something weird. Font size. Why it gives me different number? It's supposed to be. You must welcome, America. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I don't know why it's not letting me click on the font size. How about if I click different paragraph? Okay, header. Let me go back to. Let me go back to Tiny MC Advanced real quick. I don't know why this thing is not working pretty well. It's always good to see these problems. Classic editor, there you go. So what do we have? We have the format. All right, we got everything we need. Let me just refresh it. Okay, let me just go back to posts. Because typically it should give me the size and not the percentage. Why it's giving me the percentage? Maybe there's a conflict with another plugin. Maybe that's why. Font size. Yeah, that's weird. Shouldn't give me the font size. See, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, there's something wrong. I'm not sure if it's a conflict with another plugin somewhere because it's supposed to give me like 14, 18, and so forth. But we'll definitely figure it out. Let's go to the optimization section here. As I can see that a couple of plugins are not up to date, so there's a possibility of a conflict. That's why it's not working that well. Okay. All right, so this, when we scroll down, right now it says on Google, this is how it looks. Hassle-free XBRL financial reporting, Edgar Solutions, right? That's how it looks. But look, please provide description by editing. So when I click, this is on the mobile device and this is on the desktop. That's how it looks on the desktop. So when I click here, this is the page title, or we call it SEO title, page title, title tag. So by default, the blue thing that you see is a title tag. So I think the title tag is fine. Hassle-free XBLR financial reporting, Edgar Solutions, which is the name of the company. But the question is, this is the title of the blog, but do people look for this, right? The slug, hassle-free XBRL financial reporting. The description, this is where you're going to put the description in this area, for example, right? What is the main keyword on this one, Wazifa? What's the main keyword for this subject right here? Let's see. SEC financial reporting signal they make an impact. Is it a voting? Let's see. Lead more submission XBRL. By doing so, errors can be reduced, and subsequently we can. Let's see. Probably liability in the years to come. The SEC financial reports currently. And control is accounted about. This is a long. What's the main keyword, Wazifa, on this? What is the theme or the keyword for this topic right here? That's it. The XBLR reporting, or is it financial reporting? If that's what you're talking about on this content, right? So the majority of the talk basically talks about XBLR financial reporting, right? Okay. All right. So this means And instead of having this long, I'm just going to use that one. So that's going to be the keyword in your link right here. See that? So the title is fine because that's the title of your blog post page, but the link itself will have this keyword, the XBRL financial reporting. Here we have to put a description. So we have to describe to the visitor what that blog post is about, right? So if you can send me that right now quickly on Facebook or put it on the comment section. One second. Okay. The meta tag description should not be more than, my recommendation should not be more than 160 characters. So if you want to write something and put it in the comment section, I'll go ahead and copy and paste it right here. Okay, just put in the comment section in Facebook, and I'm going to paste it right here. Okay, because after that, I can show you the right here, the SEO analysis, basically tell you exactly what's missing, what's green, and then I'm going to explain to you what each of these sections really mean, right? So if you can go ahead and write a description that is as if you're talking to the viewer. Let's say you're talking to me. I'm looking for this XBLR financial reporting. So you're asking me, are you looking for the reporting that, get you the best result, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Click the link above. Something like that. All right, so Wazifa basically going to go ahead and write that. So basically, folks, when it comes to on-page optimization, every single page, I would say most of the pages and blog posts specifically, you need to put the SEO title or the page title or the title tag. They all mean the same thing. And the title tag should not exceed 70 characters, including spaces, right? And within the title tag, as you can see right here, hassle-free XBRL financial reporting by Edgar Solution. It's very humanly readable, right? Is that the Yoast plugin in? Yes, Charles, that's the Yoast plugin. One of my favorite plugin, Yoast. I've been using them for years. In fact, the cool thing about Yoast, they do have a strong relationship with the Google, believe it or not. So they do get advice and suggestion from Google to improve their plugin. Okay. Now there's another one in the market. You probably heard of it, Rank Math, right? So Rank Math completely free because Yoast has free and also paid version. But Rank Math is completely free, and that's like the second best right now. I'm going to use it for some of my clients' website to see how this thing going to work. I mean, the thing with the plugins, with the SEO plugins, they actually don't help with your ranking. They help you to optimize it on the back end. That is what is going to help you. But adding the plugin and activating it doesn't do anything. Make sense? Ajiro, hey, how are you? Sorry, I could not pronounce your name properly, the first name. I don't want to butcher it. Okay, so I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. Okay, thank you for tuning in. So this is the Rank Math. So if you're used to Yoast, stick with it. If you never used Yoast and you want to try Rank Math, check it out. Okay. It's a free plugin, just like Yoast. It does a lot of cool stuff. So I'm going to definitely test this for some of my clients, for those that don't have the Yoast. Okay. So let's go back and Ajiro, thank you. How do I pronounce your first name? Use Yoast. Yeah, I love Yoast. I've been using Yoast for like a long time. And the thing with, they have a training on their website. They also have a premium plugin like the Yoast Video and Yoast News, which is basically, it will help you to submit your blogging to the Google News. Those are premium, I believe like $60 a plugin. So I like Yoast. I'm kind of used to it. But also check out Rank Math. If you don't have any website or a fresh website that you want to test it, check out Rank Math as well. Because one of my clients actually decided to use it, and they asked me to look at it, and I did, and I had my team analyze it and test it, and they basically told me it's really good. So Yoast right here will give you like the quality of the SEO is okay, if the readability needs improvement. So this is like your personal SEO on-page SEO assistant. Okay, I'm just waiting on Wazifa to give me the meta tag description right here. Then we can scroll down and show you exactly what does it. Keiichi, Keiichi, nice. Okay, the end kind of throw me off. Keiichi, Keiichi, right? That's pretty cool. That's a nice name, Keiichi. Yeah, I like that. Keiichi, I like that. Okay, um, let's see. So right now, the SEO analysis basically telling us on this particular blog, it is telling us that there is no outbound link. What that means, part of the on-page SEO factors, if you can refer to a quality website from your blog to somewhere else. So that's what it means. So that means if this content requires an external link to somewhere else for like resources or citation or credibility, you can definitely do that, right? So I'm looking here. Let's see what did was it. For example, let's see if I'm going to add something a little bit relevant. Let's see the SE financial report, SEC financial report. Well, let's see if there's a company name right here. See any resource. Let's say, for example, the SEE, the SEC. The SEC. What is the SEC financial? SEC. I know it's like financial. The SEC, Security and Exchange Commission, right? Let's see. The SEC. Let's see. Is this what the SEC financial? Oh yeah, there you go. So that's as an example, just an example how this thing works. Maybe we'll see if I can take it off later on, but I'm just going to show an example to everybody how to make a backlink. So if this information here, the link that I'm going to put here that points to somewhere else, right? It says financial reports. If I can find something about financial reports, here we go, accounting. Because you got to make sure that when you point out to an external site, that site has to be credible and it has to go exactly to that keyword. If the keyword said SEC financial report, then it has to go to a page that talks about reporting, for example, right? Financial reporting guideline. So this is just for a testing, just to show you guys how it's done. So I can come here and highlight this and click insert link, drop the link right there, and make sure it opens up in a new browser and update. Right. So I added a recipe plugin and it triggered a fatal error. Now all my blog posts words appear in bold. Okay. So what you need to do, Keiichi, just go ahead and turn off that plugin. Are you able to turn it off? There could be some sort of conflict, which means you have to use another plugin for that. Okay. So let me go down right now, folks, and there you go. You see? Before I added the external link, there was a message that was talking about you don't have an outbound link. So once we added the outbound link, right, because that can be considered a factor, and now it gave me a good score on the on-page SEO, right? Yeah, so Keiichi, go ahead and turn it off. If you can log in, turn off that recipe plugin, then go back and check how all your blog post looks like, okay? There's a possibility that you might have some sort of conflict. Now, in order for you to troubleshoot it, if your website is not custom built, then feel free to, first thing you have to do is you have to do a backup. If you don't know how to do backup locally to your machine, at least use a plugin called Updraft Plus. Okay, it's a free plugin. So make sure you use Updraft Plus plugin and back up all the website to your Google Drive, Dropbox, or your email to your server. That's the first thing you have to do before you make any changes. Okay, so you can basically find this within your WordPress dashboard, when you go to the plugin and do add new and just look up for Updraft Plus, then this will basically show up and you can install it. You have that, perfect. Okay, so go ahead and do the backup, right? Then I'm sorry, disable the recipe plugin, do the backup. Okay, once you do the backup, then what you can do, this is for, it's up to you. If the website is not custom built, right? Once you do the backup, turn off all the plugins. Okay, then activate the recipe plugin only. Okay, once you activate the recipe plugin only, go back to your blog post and see if it looks good. If it doesn't look good, then for sure there's something wrong with this recipe plugin that's causing an issue. But if the blog post looks fine, then that means there could be other plugins causing the issue. So what you do, in case of you turned off all the plugins, then you turned on the recipe plugin, then you went back and you looked at the blog and it looks fine, then go back to each of the plugin and activate them one by one. So you're going to activate the first one, go back to the page, make sure the content looks okay. Then you go back to the plugin, activate the second one, and then go back to the page and check it again step by step to see who's the culprit, right? That's how you troubleshoot it. I have to transfer my recipes before I can disable. Okay. Greg, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Yes, for the updraft, before you do any updates, I recommend that you do some sort of backup before you do any update. Some hosting companies right now, like SiteGround, they have their own backup feature, which is really cool. But it's a good practice anytime you do a plugin, especially if you're not like Charles here, who's a coder and developer. He can basically fix any broken site. Anytime he breaks it, he can fix it. But for us that don't know coding, and typically sometimes we do freak out when we see the white screen of death, right? So do the backup first. That way, even if you don't know how to do the backup, at least the file is saved on your website. Is also saved on whether on your Google Drive or Dropbox, your email, or your server. So you can definitely ask somebody to go back and retrieve it. All right. Wazifa, where are you at? Are you done writing the description, the meta tag? Let's see. What is Wazifa? It doesn't have to be too long, Wazifa. Just 160 characters. Okay. Internal links. There's no internal links up here on this page. So let's say within the blog post, right? Within the blog post, I can take the viewer exactly to the service page. So let's see what kind of service page talks about the XBRL, right? So let's see right here. So that's called internal link building. So right here, XBRL, if I click on this thing, so this will take me exactly about the XBRL filing. So now I'm going to come back to the page right here. I can do internal link building to my own site, or in case of Wazifa. Make sense? There you go. So now when I do the update, all right, Wazifa, let me copy that. Let me copy that. Thank you. Okay, now when we scroll down, if you look at the analytics, you see what happened? Now that problem is gone. So the internal link, I see outbound links, job good. Internal link, you have enough internal links, good job. Key phrase length, good job. Previously used key phrase. Text length, 1,000 word, good job. SEO title, great. Key phrase in the slug, great. So it goes through each one of these attributes, right? So key phrase in introduction. Your key phrase or its synonyms do not appear in the first paragraph. So that's not a must, right? You don't have to, because remember, when you write the content, folks, you write it for your audience. Don't always think like you have to do it for the SEO, right? So what they're basically saying that the keyword XBRL is not started in the beginning. To me, that's not necessary. If you can add it, if it makes sense, then go ahead and put it. If not, then you don't have to worry about it, okay? Because that content, that keyword is somewhere there. Okay, let me put the meta tag description right here. So I got solution, XB. Okay, let's see. Solution, follow best practice in XBRL. So the keyword is financial reporting. Okay. That's a keyword. Let's see if I'm going to put that. So from our counters, we have translated our workflow integrating quality XPLR financial reports. Okay, so typically, right now, Google has an option where they increase the what do you call it, the limit, because on the page title we talked about up to 70 characters with the spaces included. In the meta tag description, now they increased it from 160 to, I believe, 320 characters. So you have more space to give more information there. But I still prefer that if you only type 160 character, space included. So this looks fine so far for me. Okay. Let me make sure that I'm gonna make some update right here. Okay. So the meta tag description, I recommend within 160. Okay, within 160 characters. Just a recommendation, 160 characters, space included with the keyword mentioned, right? Let's see. So click on this here again. All right, so keyword density, the focus keyword was found 0 times. This is less than the recommended minimum of 4 times for text of this length. So that means the keyword XBRL financial services is not mentioned enough on the content, Wazifa. So that's what we need to do. So somehow, if you want to put that within the content somewhere here, and mention at least, they're recommending in 1,000 words, they're recommending at least if you can mention that exact keyword 4 times. Even though the search engine basically understands what is it about, it doesn't have to be exact. But this plugin is like another robot. It doesn't understand the nature of the content. So you can go ahead and mention that XBLR financial reporting at least 4 times somewhere, of course, within the quality of the content, because you don't want to make your content look weird and robotic. Okay, so that's what it means right here. Okay, you don't have enough. The same keyword hasn't been mentioned enough. Meta description is over 156 character to ensure the entire description will be visible. So they recommend under 156. So we'll see if you can go back and make the changes, but make sure that keyword also visible on the meta tag. Image and all attribute. Looks like there are no images. Are they? Oh, there's an image right here. So let's say there's no image on the content itself. One of the reasons that the blog is going to stand out if you have the title with an image than the content. So the image that Wazifa added was mostly for an image that basically you can see it from the blog section of the page, but not the page itself. So if I click on this image right here, I can go to the edit, and right here, alternative text, I can say something like an image of a MacBook. Okay. Then I can add that keyword. After that, I can add the keyword. What does it say here? This image is for a blog post about X, what is it? BLR, right? Financial reporting. Okay. The reason I wrote it like that, because this is for people who are visually impaired. You see, there you go. It's fixed right now. So I got the alt tag, and the alt tag basically said this is image of a MacBook. Then I can also explain that this image is used for a blog post about the XBLR financial reporting. And now look at that, right? Lashanda, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. By the way, Lashanda, the other day you asked me about how to connect the camera to your Mac or your PC. There's something called, let me see if I can find it. Let's see, what did it go? I don't know. So basically, you need some type of, this is an old school kind of adapter, but there's another one that looks like a USB, where it basically converts the input and output. So you need an adapter. So this adapter, what is his name? The media team, they're doing some work right now. I'll get a picture. I'll send it to you. Okay, so that thing costs like probably 160. You plug it to your laptop, whether it's Mac in the USB or PC, and there's an HDMI on the other side. Then you're going to connect that HDMI to the camera, and that's how it looks amazing. Okay, all right. So there you go. So you need to work on the meta description. Let's see the key phrase title, the exact match of the keyword phrase in the SEO title, but excuse me, not at the beginning. So therefore, now we did a basic optimization on this content. Now, when it comes to the reading, they're talking about the copy score is 49% in the test, which is considered difficult to read. So again, if you're niche, people that are in this industry, they understand this content, then don't worry about it. This is basically what they're saying, that your content is not like for high school kids. You're most welcome, Lashonda, right? So then we'll do the update. So now you have, instead of green, you have like the yellow. So that means it's okay. It is not fully good. But if you can go back to, let's see what happens here right now. It's still trying to save. Okay. So your SEO is okay. It's not the greatest according to this plugin. Okay. If you can come right here and just follow these steps, and this is how you're going to optimize using using the Yoast plugin. Okay. And you have to do this on every single page, right? On every single blog post as well. All right. Are there any more questions about WordPress? Anything about WordPress? Keiichi, where you at? Were you able to resolve the issue? Can apply for what? Let's see. 1 second. Go for it. Let's see. One second. Somebody's asking me about the Upwork. So Upwork.com is offering like close to like $1 million grant for small businesses. So if y'all interested, check out Upwork and see if you get qualified. I basically share that in my Facebook and also in my story. You can click on that link. So if you're a freelancer, contractor, or if you have any kind of services, you can fill up the form and see if you get qualified so they can give you something. Okay. Google is also giving grants, but mainly for Google Ads. And Facebook also has a program for small businesses. They give away like $4,000 and $2,000 or $4,000. So check it out. Charles, how can I do rockstar SEO if keywords are very competitive? Well, that's an excellent question, Charles. The thing is, with the SEO itself, it is not just about the keyword. Let's say, Charles, you are a web developer in WordPress. Yusuf, I'm a web developer in WordPress. And both of us in San Antonio, right? We can use the same exact keyword because we want to basically get the domination. We want the customer to find us, right? But our content might be a little bit different. Our style might be a little bit different. And the thing is, since Google says there are like 200 factors for ranking your website, I think it's probably like 1,000. So there are other factors behind it. So my website's not going to be exactly like yours. Maybe our title will say San Antonio WordPress developer from Yusuf, San Antonio WordPress developer Charles. Does that make sense? So you have to look at other factors. So for example, one of the things that you can do is if you want to look at your competitor, you can analyze them, right? So you can do on-page SEO on their website. You can do a backlink analysis. And yesterday I talked about a couple of links on backlinks. You can use Ubersuggest from Neil Patil. You can use, there's a couple of links I shared yesterday. So, no, I'm sorry, not yesterday, the day before yesterday. So if you go back to my Facebook, go to the videos and look for the live streaming I did the day before, I shared like 2 or 3 tools to help you analyze the backlinks of your competitor. because once you check the backlinks, whether it's internal or external, with the internal pages that are popular, you can do an on-page SEO on them and see how their contents are written, what kind of terminologies they're ranking for, what kind of traffic they're getting. Then you take all those information and start putting content from your perspective, right? So you're going to start blogging, you can do podcasts, you can do YouTube videos, you can do social media daily tips post, you can do live streaming. Makes sense? Because the thing when it comes to digital marketing, the SEO is just one part of the digital marketing strategy, right? Because within digital marketing, you have branding, web development, website, SEO, ads, social media ads, content, landing pages. There are so many. And the whole idea behind digital marketing is to bring the target audience back to your website in order for them to convert. That means when you build the website, it has to be built in a way that can take the buyer's journey, the buyer's persona, your target audience, into this thing we call the buyer's journey, right? So that's what I would do. I would, use this tool to find out and just basically write the content from your perspective, because we all can use the same keyword, but Google will decide who's going to be on the either on the front page or who's going to be with us. Let's say me and you on the same page. Then we will see how many traffic we are getting. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Charles? Let me know if that makes sense, okay? But that was very a good question, because what happens sometimes right now with Google's rank brain, the artificial intelligence, the rank brain, which is the AI, and the BERT update, the search engine right now will try to understand what you're exactly trying to say. So you don't have to mention the keyword all the time. Even though the SEO Yoast plugin says that, hey, you did not mention this keyword several times based on the software, based on the old technique, that's a good practice, but don't be too worried about it. Make sense? Just make sure that when you write the material, it's for your audience, then you can go back, start dropping some of the keywords. So when the bot comes in, it will basically index all the information plus the keywords plus the keywords that you're focusing on, or you want the search engine to focus on. Make sense? Because the bot will basically index everything, whether the keywords that you're pointing it for or pushing it for, or keywords you never even thought about it, that they're going to send you the traffic for that. Make sense? Makes sense. That's what he says. But yell at me because because I will cry. Cry, man. Sometimes crying is good, but don't cry in front of, just cry by yourself, right? Not in front of people, okay? So, yeah. All right, it is 6:55 p.m. Central Time. I really appreciate for all of you being here. Let me know if you all have any more questions. If you all enjoyed watching this live streaming, go ahead and tag some of your cool colleagues and invite them, or just share this. I would highly appreciate it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just don't be... Are you serious? Let's see. These were really good questions. Okay, so any more questions about WordPress? Maybe Erica left. Where is Keiichi? Are you still working? Did you break your website? Are you stuck somewhere? You're most welcome, bro. You are most welcome. Yeah, WordPress is amazing, man. I'm telling you, WordPress, I mean, in fact, I was just reading an article from WordStream about what's happened to the digital marketing agencies like in our niche. And I'm not surprised that the majority of them, most of their clients' websites are built on WordPress, which is really good. That's not the majority, which is really, really good. And by the way, Charles, sometimes, well, I would say most of the time, your client won't care whether you build it from scratch or whatnot. All they care is for a website to be functional, and it will do what it's supposed to do, right? Which is to bring, not just bring in the target audience, because bringing the target audience, that requires marketing. But when the target audience comes into the website, it will make them convert, right? So that's why the concept of landing pages, or the concept of, attracting the audience and capturing them and nurturing them and converting them is very, very important. So when you build the site, you have to have that plan, right? You have to have a plan, like when the customer visits the website, what do I want them to do? Like, what is my one main call to action? There has to be a strategic purpose behind the design as well, right? Not just the look. And this is a very challenging thing for some of the designers that are focused into the look, but some of them don't understand the user experience. So that's why UX You know, UX factor is very, very important. In fact, let me see here, because one of my friends from another WordPress community was telling me that right now the top skills that hot on the market. Let me see what it is. Where did it go? WordPress community right here. The top skills right now. I mean, it's been there for a while. It's not new, but it's still considered in the top list. So let's see. Here we go. The top skills. Here we go. That's the top skill right now, and this has been happening for a year or two. It's machine learning, which is AI. So I have a programmer in my office, in my other location. He's amazingly was showing me how he actually learned the program of the AI itself. So he's making like a mini AI to do certain things on a website. He built it for himself to help him do some project for some of his several clients, but the AI does it for him like almost like 50% of the time. So machine learning is very popular right now. Mobile development or mobile apps, search engine and search engine marketing, which is Google Ads and Bing advertising, is still popular. That's like number 3. Number 4, data visualization. Number 5, data engineering. And number 6, UI UX. UI means user interface, and UX stands for user experience design, is number 6. Cybersecurity been there forever. And cloud computing, Amazon web service, blockchain, and I don't know what is IoT. So these are like the top skills in demand, right? What language did he use? I don't know. I'm going to ask him, but he was working on the one for Amazon. Okay, he was working on one from Amazon. I think he did a submission. He got a beta access, and there is some. If you check, I'm going to have to ask him. I don't know. Google Cloud has an option for that too. But yeah, he's not in the office right now, taking a break, of course. You know. So once I see him or get in touch with him, I'll let you know. But that's number 1 right now. It's the machine learning. In fact, my other SEO team, part of my SEO team, they're actually also learning the machine learning because we want to create some sort of chat system and configuration for some of our clients. So machine learning is a big thing right now. Okay. And also the mini chat stuff like the messenger bots and whatnot, or some of these so-called auto bots, message bots on the website. That's also big. Okay. All right, folks. It is 7 p.m. Central Time right here in San Antonio, Texas. So if y'all have any more question on WordPress, let me know. Don't forget the YouTube videos that Corey Ashton, Corey Ashton, the owner of Webtegrity, she created a video on. Let me see. If you guys go to YouTube and look up for Corey Ashton, okay, Corey, Kori. Corey Ashton. She made this latest video. It was a review of Monstroid 2 drag and drop WordPress theme from Template Monster. It says like 300 included page layouts. So this drag and drop theme from Monstroid 2 has up to like 300 page layouts. So check it out. Let me show you. So make sure you look up for Corey Ashton on YouTube. And this is the video that she made yesterday. She makes like 3 to 4 videos either per week or per month. So this is the one. Go ahead and check it out. She's doing a review on Monstroid drag and drop. This is the new one that I told you, Charles, at the beginning from Template Monster. It says here 300 plus included page layouts. So y'all need to check it out. All right. Any more questions? No questions? No? Okay. What is this? What is this? Okay. That was the last question. I didn't know. All right. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. Don't forget to leave your questions below. Send me your questions in the DM if you would like to. And I'll definitely get back with you tomorrow. Must have plugins. Ramsey Sanchez. Must have plugins. Excellent question, man. I was about to leave, but I'm going to stay because you just asked. So I would say when it comes to must plugins, I would recommend Yoast or Rank Math. That's for the search engine optimization. The second one is Monster Insights for Google Analytics. Monster Insights. Number two. Number three, Classic Editor. If you don't want to use the Gutenberg. Number four, Tiny MCE Advanced, basically to get more options within the content, writing content. Number five, Sukuri. For security. I mean, they're like Word Defense, iTheme Security, or Sukuri for making your website secure against malware and whatnot. Updraft Plus for backup. What else I can think of? And any good, I think Share This. There's a plugin called Share This, right? It's for social media sharing button, right? That's all I can think of for right now. The must-have, right? So, and of course, Akismet for anti-spam. So Akismet for anti-spam, TinyMC for giving more options in the content, Updraft Plus, Sukuri, Yoast, Monster Insight. That's 6, right? 6. For contact, I recommend Gravity Form or Happy Form. If you have if you want to create an application or a customized contact form, but those are premium. Okay, you can use the both have become premium. Happyform.me and Gravity Form. Okay, so these are the essential plugins I can think of, and don't forget the sharing plugin, because you need to have a sharing buttons for your audience who read the content so they can share it. Make sense? So let me see if I can show you some of these plugin that I'm talking about. So we got the Updraft. Let's see what else. Updraft. Sukuri. Let's see Sukuri. Site check. Let me pull it up for you guys so that might get pictured in your head. What else I talked about? Sukuri, Updraft Plus, Monster Insight. Let me close this, close that. What else did I mention, guys? Can you all write it down in the comment section? What did I mention? Just to make sure that you're all following me and not getting distracted. So Monster Insight, Sukuri, Yoast, Updraft Plus, Tiny MCE Advanced, and I also have let's see, Jack. Thank you for tuning in, man. Share this plugin. Share this plugin and the contact. The one, everything I shared was free except for the Gravity Form and Happy Form. They are premium. They are not free. You have to pay for those. But if you want to use the free one, then Contact Form 7, it's free. You can use that. Contact Form 7, it's still free. You can use that. So, Happy Form, let's see. So let me show you guys. So there you go, Ramsey. This is happyforms.me. You can make super custom form applications for anything you want from your customer. It's really cool. It used to be free 100%, but now they became very popular, so you can purchase it. Gravity Form is number one. It's one of the best form plugin, but it's premium. It's like $60 per website. Okay. Updraft Plus for backup. Rank Math or Yoast for SEO. And Sukuri for security. Okay. Sukuri for security. There are other security plugins like Word Defense, iTheme Security, whichever you like. They all do the same thing. Tiny MCE, okay, Monster Insight for analytics, and share this for social media sharing button for your blog content. If you want the audience to basically share your content, and if you don't want to use the gravity or the happy form, just a basic form, then contact form 7 should be enough. Okay. All right, folks. Thank you so much. Highly appreciate it again. And I will see you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. Again, don't forget to send me your questions and messages. I'll be more than happy to help you all. Bye bye for now.